Hello friends, I am Dr. Deepak Garg. I am an orthopedic surgeon and today we will discuss about lateral approach to hip, that is Harding approach. So this approach is mainly used for hemiarthroplasty or total hip replacement surgeries. If we talk about the position, we can keep the patient in supine position, semi-lateral position or in lateral position. So we will prepare the whole of the lower limb to allow movement of the limb during surgery, and then we will mark the surgical landmarks. We will mark the greater trochanter. This is a main surgical landmark for this surgery, and then we will mark the skin incision. So we start from 5 centimeter above the tip of greater trochanter. We go through the center of the greater trochanter and then 8 centimeter distal to the greater trochanter along the shaft of the femur. So this is our skin incision, and then we will expose the deep fascia. We cut the subacute in line with the skin incision, and then we cut the tensor fascia lata and iliotibial tract in line with the skin incision. So once we cut the deep fascia and we have this anatomy in front of us, let's identify the muscles to understand the anatomy. So this represents the tensor fascia lata and iliotibial tract. This is a gluteus maximus muscle. This is a gluteus medius muscle, and then we cut this tensor fascia lata in line with the skin incision. So this is how we cut it, and once we cut it, then we have this anatomy in front of us. Again, let's identify the muscles. Again, this is a tensor fascia lata muscle, gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, rectus femoris, and this muscle is a vastus lateralis muscle. So keeping this anatomy in mind, let's find the interval between the tensor fascia lata and gluteus medius, and we can easily find this interval and by blunt dissection using by just use of fingers. And then we retract the gluteus medius and gluteus minimus muscle by use of a Langenbach on the lateral side and on proximally. So once we do that, we will be able to expose the origin of the vastus lateralis muscle. So this is a vastus lateralis muscle, and then we can just see the capsule. Then we will fully external rotate the hip to stretch the capsule. So this is the capsule. So now we have already exposed the capsule. So this is a approach. If we want to do something to the capsule, here we can do the capsulotomy by taking a T-shape incision over the capsule, and the hip is exposed in this way. Now if we want to expose further, we want to perform a trochanteric osteotomy. Then we want to remove the gluteus medius and gluteus minimus away from the field so that we have a better exposure. Then we may have to perform the trochanteric osteotomy. So to perform the trochanteric osteotomy, we take the base of the osteotomy as the vastus lateralis ridge. So there are the two methods of taking this osteotomy. One is a trochanteric osteotomy. So trochanteric osteotomy is taken from, we take this osteotomy from like we have shown here in the picture. Then the another way of taking the osteotomy is a V-shape osteotomy. So we take a V-shape osteotomy, and this will increase the surface area, and we will be able to put the screws here easily, and there are more chances and easy reduction and fixation. So we can prefer V-shape osteotomy also. So now after taking the osteotomy, then we identify the reflected head of the rectus femoris. This is a reflected head of the rectus femoris muscle, and detach it to expose the anterior rim of the acetabulum. And then after we detach it, we do the capsulotomy either by T-shape or H-shaped incision. And once we do that, by just giving traction and external rotation, we can dislocate the hip. So this is a lateral approach to the hip. This is also called Harding approach. For more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.